Hi, I'm Mattfig. Welcome to my channel. This is my friend Jose. I'm about to show you my feelings, my thoughts, all those kind of things about this amazing amplifier. In this series, we'll talk all about how it relates to these other beautiful amps behind me. Just know also that I make professional captures and profiles for things like Kemper, Tonex, NAM Quad and Nano Cortex, Ampero 2, and soon Line 6 Stadium, among many others. So the sounds that you hear in this video are the very sounds that I sell on those systems, because it's the same mics and the same cabs that I use for all of my stuff. So I'm not going to spend a bunch of time showing you those captures and everything like that. Just know that's my business. Today I'm just going to show you the amp and give you my thoughts behind it. There's some interesting things that the Jose has that these other amps don't have, and it's really not necessarily in the feature set, it's just in the way that it feels. So let's go. My glasses are filthy. I hope you can't see that on YouTube. Here we go. I'm going to play through the vintage presence first, all the gains, Jose mod, diodes, all that good stuff. Here we go. So now what I'm going to do is move this presence over to the N, or new presence. That kind of opens up this amp into an entirely different beast. So what I'm going to do is just give you a muted E string and let you feel it for yourself. I'll switch between the new and the vintage. We'll start with the vintage. That's where we are now. And I'll kind of lean my head over this way when it's vintage, and I'll lean my head over this way when it's new, so you can kind of tell too. I'm sure you're going to be able to tell just by the sound, but just in case. So we'll start on vintage. Can you feel that? It's like a different amp. So what I'm going to do now is leave it on that new presence and kind of play with the gain knob. On the drive channel with Jose and the clipping and all that, it seems as though the gain itself is the best way to adjust it. So you can go from that real heavy, bring down the gain a little bit. All right, now I'm going to show you the Plex channel a little bit. People have asked me, I've owned the Plex, the Friedman Plex in the past, if it's the same. No, it isn't. Is it a plexi and awesome and amazing? Yes. The Friedman Plex amp itself, the proper Plex, seems to have a lot more gain. Not like tons more, I shouldn't say it that way, but it's got more when you max out the volumes than this Plex mode does. However, this Plex mode has, you can add diodes and everything else. At the end of the day, can they sound the same? Absolutely. Can all these sound the same? Absolutely. Do they do different things though? Yes. And that's what I'm going to try to show you now. Okay, so the beautiful Plex mode on this Jose sounds like this. beautiful, beautiful indeed. What you can do on this, though, is what the sound of the brown sound that was in my head and all those kind of things is putting that diode. So now it changes the master volume from the post over back to the pre, because the diodes are included, but it gives you a whole bunch of that. That's what I'm used to, and I don't want to do the same riff of anything to get myself in trouble in YouTube, but that's what it sounds like to me, and I've always loved. I had the cassette, I had the album. I mean, that sound is ingrained in my head, and that's the first thing I did when I got this Jose was do that, and I smile still when I do it. It's what it is. So, all right, so what I'm going to do now is just show off that diode clipping on the Plex channel and then bump it over to the drive channel so you can hear the increase in gain. That's Plex, here comes drive. It does all the tricks, it really does. Now, can it get clean? Hold on, let me change guitars and I'll show you. Okay, so I've switched over to my trusty Strat, which I like to do for my benchmarking of any clean tones. So does this Jose have a foot switch where you can step on it and go to a beautiful, pristine clean like you can on the SS100, the BE100, the JJ100, even the JEL for that matter, if you set up channel 1 to be clean? No, it does not. It needs you to either use your volume control and all the things that people used to do when they had the one-channel amps to start with, or you can set it up to use it however you like. So for this particular instance, I have it down onto the Plex channel, kind of set pretty low and nice and clean. So please stay with me. I'm going to have some other players coming down. We're both going to mic up. We're going to play some amps. We're going to talk. We're going to do this in a proper way that you guys can hear the differences. If you're actually shopping for any of these amps, you can't go wrong with any of them. And if you are in a rock band of any kind, you can't go wrong with any of them. You really can't. However, the style that you play within those genres definitely can reflect a little bit through with the character of some of these amps in particular. So we're going to try to show you some of those nuances and everything else. In the meantime, please go to mattfig.com and get all these sounds for yourself or your digital devices. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. See you soon.